Well, welcome to 2024 with Inspired to Paint. Pretty exciting. How many years have we been doing this now?
4 years. It will be 4 years in April.
It will be 4 years in April.
Unbelievable.
It's a long time, and we have done our very best at putting out the best quality information that we can think of. So this year we're thinking, what else can we do for you guys this year? I know what I could do. I know what I'm bad at. I need to figure out my technology a little better for the critiques, because my idea is to do some group critiques so we can all learn from each other.
By group critiques, you mean like having a Zoom meeting?
A Zoom meeting.
And everybody attending.
So I'm going to get a little help from my tech-savvy partner on figuring this Zoom thing out, because I'd really love to spend more time in front of you face-to-face so I'm seeing you as well.
And that way they can ask, while you're doing the critique,
Right.
they can ask questions. I think that's a great idea.
Right.
Maybe I'll do that too.
Yeah, so I just have to learn the technical aspect, which is not my forte. But anyway, we are so impressed with the work that you guys have been posting on our Facebook Inspired to Paint page.
Gosh.
Holy moly.
It just seems like suddenly everyone's just grown leaps and bounds.
The advances tickle us, believe me. We walk away going, yay, we got to be a part of that.
Somebody would post something. I say, did you see so-and-so's paint?
Oh yeah, I saw it.
So good.
Yeah. So we are going to continue to try and introduce things to help you get out of your comfort zone, out of and away from the tyranny of things as they appear. So we have talked about doing a vision board. I know not everybody's like well into this whole energy thing, but it's positive affirmations, and sometimes you've got to have a pretty good idea of where you want to go before you get there.
When I first moved in here next door to Shanna, and she dragged me
to Ogden, Utah.
We sat down and we each did vision. We did vision boards.
Yes,
and
we did.
We had 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year goals. And to me, it's kind of amazing how many of mine I've achieved. The same with you.
Very few that we haven't.
Very few that we haven't. Yeah.
And it takes a lot of hard work, but we're going to do that hard work anyway, right? So we might as well just keep learning. I hope you guys are enjoying the challenges, because those are things that directly involve your images, your paintings, the things that you are composing, not just the ones that you're learning from us. And you can learn a lot from our content, but you can't get there without applying that to your own voice.
So, right. So we'll have another post about our monthly challenge this month is for you to do a vision board. And we'll have another post and we'll show you our vision boards that we're going to be doing for this year and for coming years. But just as a heads up, that's what we want your monthly challenge to be this month, is to do
get your own vision board, which could include artists that you admire, hopefully dead ones. It could include shows that you'd like to be included in, galleries you'd like to be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could cut out images from magazines or whatever for people whose work you really admire and put it on the board, but also write down goals, like, okay, my goal this year is to get into a show, or within the next 3 years I want to get into a major art show, those kind of things. But also have images that you can look at and say, I'm going to do that. Maybe it's a blue ribbon. Maybe it's
an award.
An award. Mm-hmm.
It's always good to have those goals to look forward to, and then allow things to happen as they come naturally.
I know what one of my goals is going to be this year.
What?
Lose about 10 pounds.
Oh God, mine too. But that was my goal last year, and the year before, and the year before.
Yeah,
and
that's not working out so
well. It hasn't necessarily happened. But, there was a question posed on social media about 2 weeks ago that said, if you could talk to somebody to find and ask them one question that would contribute to your career as an artist, what that would be. And mine was how to create a balanced life without it being all work, adding some play time, some family time, grandchildren time. What do you think about that?
Well, I will definitely, Shanna and I, we have kind of two different situations where she's got a husband and I don't. And my grandkids are in Germany and your grandkids come and visit a lot more. But so I think it is important for you to take a little bit more time with your family, where my kids are, I only have one kid in town. So,
But you're going to have a granddaughter here.
I am.
Yes.
Right.
So you're going to be going through that same thing for over the next few months.
You know, you're absolutely right. In fact, it's funny that you mentioned that, because my mind wasn't even going there. But this past year, and it's been a good year for sales, but I have had an incredible productive year, would you say?
Oh my Lord.
I've painted a lot of paintings.
She's painting circles around me.
That's not, well, that's,
And I paint a lot, so you can imagine.
You've also had some health problems this year. And
Yeah.
But anyway, my point being is that, gosh, wasn't it about a year ago I said to you, something tells me that I'm going to need to slow down, and I'm not, I just need to reduce my responsibilities because something's coming down the pike that I don't know what it is. Do you remember me telling you that?
I do.
And I think this is it. So I've said this before, Georgia, my granddaughter Georgia and Victoria, I'm flying to Germany on the 8th. So that's like 6 more days.
Yes.
Oh my God, I better start packing. But, so 6 days, I'm headed to Germany. My son's getting deployed. And so I'm going to spend a few days with him before he gets deployed. And then Victoria and Georgia are going to be flying. I'm helping them fly home because she's going to stay the whole time here. She'll go back and forth between her mom and my mom. But so I'm going to have a granddaughter living with me a lot of the time. And I this is the reason why I had that feeling. I needed a good inventory of paintings so that I wasn't.
You're going to have to find balance.
I'm going to have to find balance. This will be a challenge for me.
The thing about finding balance in this career choice that we have all chosen, whether it's a career or not, this little obsession of ours, is we want to do it all the time. Mm-hmm. Your mind is always thinking. There's never a time you're not.
Shadow shapes, and
It's nonstop, and it's become evident to both of us because we work a lot. Find that balance, because all of that experience in life comes back to your paintings. Paintings aren't just about the act of doing. It is all your life experiences, including family, including sorrows, health, happiness, all of that comes into your paintings whether you want it to or not.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So there's one thing when we're talking about this, and we're talking about energy and an emotional aspect of painting. I have a story I'd like to tell you about my Christmas present I got this year. You probably saw it on Facebook, but a few weeks ago we lost our little Lizzie, and my husband and I have been devastated losing her.
Lizzie is a Cavalier.
She's a little
dog.
Little Cavalier, my little King Charles Cavalier, and for the last year she has had diabetes and she's been blind, and we've been babying her, and she finally passed away, and we have been pretty devastated. So I finally, after a few days, decided to get out of the house and get over here to my friend's studio.
Yes, but before you go further in the story, I have to say, so I had set up this setup last spring, and I did a little study of it, if you remember, and I've been meaning to do it bigger, and for whatever reason, I would, sometimes I go through all my images and I look at them and I think, oh, okay, let's do that one today, and I kept looking at this one a lot over the last few months, wanting, like, you need to do that one bigger. But I kept putting it off for whatever reason. I don't know, but I don't know why. And then that day, I'm looking through the images and something hit me, just said, paint that one today. So I set up my easel and paints and painted. Okay, now go on.
So I come over. Did I have the kids yet? I don't think I did. The kids hadn't come yet.
Well, you just came by yourself.
I came over and looked over on the easel. I'm not a really emotional person, and I looked at this painting and just cried. Have you ever seen me cry before?
Oh, I mean, she was really teary. I'm like,
this is my Lizzie. Her light lives on. This is why we paint. Somewhere, somehow, something is going to touch someone in a way that we don't know. Mm-hmm. This isn't a painting of a dog, but it's a painting for my dog. It's a tribute of my dog. And I lost it.
She did.
I lost it. This was a way for me to feel like she's forever with me.
Well, and can I just say that I just was painting this. I hadn't planned on giving it to Shanna or anything, but when she came over and she just started crying, and I said to myself, all right, well, this was Shanna's Christmas present. But the dilemma was, do I give it to her now or do I wait for Christmas? Because Christmas was still about a week away. Mm-hmm. So I just looked at her and said, Merry Christmas.
And it's been with me ever since. That's how important painting is. You never, ever know what your painting is going to do for someone else. You never know what it's going to do for you or hidden meanings. It's so important. It's an important job to have. Creating is the beginning of existence. I think that's really important to put into your paintings too, and sometimes to just have faith that you don't know why you're painting it or for who you're painting it for, but the painting will find its way.
Oh, for sure. We talk a lot about energy of art, and we've talked a lot about it in our evenings on the patio, right. But how you just know that the universe is going to weave its little strings throughout the universe. And
little feelers.
Yeah, it's little feelers, and it's going to
find out
right who it needs to go to. And luckily with this one, it didn't have to go very far.
It went next door to me.
So I get to see it all the time.
And it brings me peace. I have it hanging in a prominent place in my house, and it brings me peace because I look at that and know that my little girl's going to be with me forever. So,
well, I'm glad I listened to the art spirit that day.
Me too.
Sure.
So, any other things you'd like to address for the coming up year?
No, I have some. I'm excited about. They may have already seen. Where is it? Oh, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. They may have already watched this when this comes out, and I have to tell you. So I set up another bread and cheese, and I put a glass of wine back there. This will be my third bread and cheese painting that I added wine. But I got the olives that are in like garlic oil.
Yeah.
And so I'm picking out the olives to put on the table, but this painting was down below, and then I looked at it and there was oil drops all over the painting. So I went, oh shoot. So I went to wipe it off, and this was not dry.
Oh, so
it was smeared. the whole thing was smeared.
You fixed it,
Well,
and it's a layer. It's a layer of history.
yeah. Oh well. But I'm excited to do another one with wine.
Yeah, that's fun.
And some different type of still lifes this year, where it's not just a vase of flowers. I'm excited to do that rusty bucket with the pumpkin slice. And
Yeah, I think this year I'd really like to concentrating on building a little more complicated composition.
I wouldn't. My daughter Brittany just got a little kitty Apollo, and he is so cute. I thought it would be fun. Also, I want to do a cat portrait.
Maybe she'll be able to do a puppy portrait sometime.
She said like a couple weeks ago. She says, "Oh, I don't know. We're not going to get any more dogs." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's not going to happen." So she comes over today and she shows me, "Oh, look how cute this puppy is." So I have a feeling we're going to have another puppy in the family.
It's a possibility. Let's just say. Anyway, we hope you're enjoying the course. We have got so many great artists have joined. And it's so much fun to watch the progress and watch your very unique voice come forward.
Mm-hmm.
That is the very best thing, is to see your voice come forward.
Yes, and just thank you for all of you that have been with us. That have just joined us, and those that have been with us from
Since the beginning.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. We really do.
We're going to give you a really great year.
Yeah. So with that,
cheers.
Cheers. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.